What's up guys, .com Joe here, and in today's video I want to show you guys how to kind of list your business on Google to obviously the small business owners, the business owners who are new to this, mainly just people who are just getting into the entrepreneurship space and just want to know how can my business be found on Google. And in today's video I'm actually going to show you 3 separate ways on how to get found on Google, getting more calls, more sales, and obviously more leads. Let's hop into today's video.
I just wanna get that money. I just wanna get that money, flip that money.
Alright guys, before we do get started in today's video, make sure you guys leave a like on this video, as well as comment down below if you guys found this useful for your small business, as well as if your business really did benefit from this. Also, if you guys are interested in digital marketing, making sure that you guys go down below, clicking on my free Facebook group and joining it, because that's actually where I share free content, scripts to use, I would say protocols to follow, and having a live stream on there that I go on, so to help you guys out. Pretty much having a group mentorship program, completely free to you guys. So please go down below, click on the Facebook group and check it out. So getting found on Google, why is it so important? There's actually a study that happened from Stanford that 80% of traffic actually does not go past the first page of Google. So when your website's on the 8th page of Google, how many people do you think are actually reaching your site on a monthly basis? 5 people, 3 people. It really does make a massive impact where you're not popping up on search engines for the products or service that you're selling. That's thousands of people that you're leaving off the table. And whenever I get new clients, they always ask me saying, hey, what's the best one to do? Facebook or Google, which one's the best one to go now? I'm like, hey, unless you have a big budget, let's do that. But if you have a small budget under $1,000, definitely starting off with the search engine optimization is always the best part. Literally, think about it. I mean, when's the last time you went on Facebook to find a gym near you? I mean, I go on Google to find that, or on Yelp. I don't go on Facebook or I don't do that. I mean, you never hear somebody saying, hey, John, do you want something from Facebook? I'm about to go on there. You want anything? So you always got to look at your business saying, hey, all right, cool. Is it Google, Facebook, or Instagram, or whatever search outlet? Is that where my market's at? Where's my market at now? And I guarantee you 99% of the time, it's going to be always Google. So Joseph, what are the 3 ways that I can get found on Google right now? So the first thing is actually called directory listings, or what a lot of people like to call it is citations, directory listings. There's a bunch of terminology, but those 2 are mainly the top things that people call them. And what this is kind of like your Google My Business, your Yelp, Yellow Pages, White Pages, Penny Saver. These are just directories that hold your business's information and obviously descriptions about your business, just so when people look up, go to Apple Maps and they type in, Thai food, Los Angeles, you're going to pop up on the Google Maps because you have a directory listing with Apple Maps or Google Maps, whatever device you're using, Android or Apple. Either way, you're supposed to have them, both of them. Those are citations. Those are directory listings. Like I said, there's Yelp, Google My Business. I mean, there's a bunch of major ones. So how this benefits you, it's actually really interesting. So the keywords within the descriptions you have, obviously like your bio of your business that usually people always have to put this whenever they're putting a directory listing. They're putting their business information, operating hours, what industry you're in, as well as a small description. And all of this kind of tailors around Google's crawling system, where Google likes to crawl the web pages, finding more information about you, making sure that your information is accurate. You have the same phone number on your Yelp, same phone number on your Google, same phone number on all the other directory listings, making sure that your support email is all correct, your address hasn't really changed, they're all kind of synced together. Your name is not just Joe Schmo Contracting, and let's say you changed a year later to Joe Schmo LLC. Making sure that all your information is accurately published. And when they see that and they see a lot of these other people, referring back to you with the same information, they like to say, all right, cool, this is a legitimate business. Of course, there's many other factors ranking you higher on Google, but this is a great way to start off with. And they look at your site and they're like, all right, you know what? This page is a legitimate business for internet marketing services or a local gym or fitness studio, whatever your industry is. Let's rank them higher on Google now. So now, instead of being on the 8th page, you might only be on the 4th page now. Boom. By doing a simple little thing like that, adding directory listings to your business, helping you get found on Google, you can easily double your traffic or even double your sales or leads within like a few months. And why do I say a few months? Because the thing is, when it comes on a search engine work, Google takes a while to index your stuff. I mean, you can post a blog right now that's very, very well optimized, very well, keyword focused, very good content. But the thing is, Google likes to make sure that before they put this on the first page, people are A, gonna have a great time on your site reading it, B, having great value coming out of it. You know, they're gonna take away something from this and use this in their, I would say, in their life. And a cool way to see that is, I would say, time spent on your page. Let's say you have a blog and you have tracking analytics on there. You can see kind of how long people usually stay on this page, and you just, maybe you can test it out saying, hey, all right, let me read this blog. Let's say it takes you 12 minutes to read the blog, and your average time spent on that page is 8 minutes or 7 minutes. That means it's doing really well, and a lot of people are finding a lot of valuable content. And these are little things that Google looks at just to make sure that your page is actually, you know, like I said, having valuable information, that having good experience, because, you know, Google doesn't want to put out something out there that's going to obviously make them have a bad name. You know, people are going to start associating them with, oh, they just refer you to spammy links, and you can really never find the solid piece of content and valuable content. And this is why a lot of search engines failed to do what Google did correctly. You know, like Ask Jeeves and stuff like that. You would type in certain things, but yet you'll get all these unrelated things that just had keywords or whatever you typed in there, and you're like, well, I don't even know, you know, how to cook this new recipe. You know, they're giving me, I'm asking how to make banana bread, and next you know, there's, you know, banana flavored bread made out of gluten-free, and I'm just like, dude, I just want to do banana bread. That's all I want to do. Stop giving me all this other stuff. Now you can quickly realize why SEO is very important for your business, is very technical, and why it takes a while for Google to list you. All right, so Joseph, how do I do this? How do I, you know, get listed on Google? How do I do these directory listings? Well, you can either A, do it the easy and most fastest way, and that's pretty much hiring a company like mine. For 100, 200 bucks, you can get up to, I think, 80 listings with the high priority ones in Google My Business, all the high authority ones, the major ones, and you're good. That's it. Or you can do this manually, you know, going to Yelp, Google My Business, all these high authoritative directory listings, and manually doing it yourself, you know, putting in, creating your account, your business name, your operation hours, and it's gonna take you probably 10 to 15 minutes per listing. And once you do 70 of them, I mean, it's gonna take you a few days, a few weeks to do that. And a lot of people just rather just spend 200 bucks and just here, handle it, do it for me, and then within a few days, you have it all ready to go. So the second thing is a lot cheaper than, I would say, directory listings. I would say not by a lot, but again, this is a more longer term game, but it's almost guaranteed every single time. And what this is, it's called blog posting, making sure you're posting frequently on your blog. Usually what I like to do with my clients and what I recommend is at least one a month, ideally 2 to 4 a month, once a week or once every other week, depending on how competitive your field is. You can determine that off of, like I said, how much competitors you have. You can determine the frequency of it. Maybe let's say for, you know, one of my friends does financial marketing, you know, he puts blogs out there saying, hey, you know, how to get leads for your credit repair business, and he's getting great traffic on that. And again, guys, this is not relying on anybody else's algorithm like Facebook or, you know, Instagram, where they can just turn something off and now you get no leads and you're on their beck and will trying to find out their algorithm. You know, why not own your own track? Own your own website, because your website, you own it. I mean, unless you're going to change something out of it, it's never going to change. Your website's never going to change unless you know about it. So you know when changes are happening, you know when things are happening, you know exactly what's happening, so you guys can obviously adapt to it by, you know, reformatting your blogs or whatever like that when you do redesign your website. But when it comes to SEO, that's why I always recommend SEO to, I would say, 95% of my clients. Some of them I don't recommend it to because, of course, they'll benefit a lot more on Google or YouTube or maybe even Facebook or Instagram. So that's when I don't recommend it first, but I always recommend it at least in the top 3 services that most businesses should always take. So how do you get these blog posts? What do you do? So pretty much the ideal blog post is between 400 and 1,000 words. I like to keep it around 600. So you can easily just create a 600 word article. I mean, it's a few paragraphs. And if you're on the little cheaper end, you can always just do it yourself. And just put some valuable content, making sure you're structuring it correctly, making sure you have the correct header tags, the correct body text, the correct size. So if it's not only desktop, but mobile, since mobile is, I would say, 80% of the traffic, that's most likely going to come from your website. And then obviously making sure that you have correct, good pictures, not just some stock, crappy, you know, 140p, low quality pictures that you just probably took a screenshot of and, you know, posted it on. But making sure you have valuable content, because like I said before, making sure they have a good time on there, and Google has different metrics to trace that. You know, like I mentioned, time spent on your blog, how frequently they're on your blog, things like that. I mean, there's a lot of factors Google takes into play when ranking you higher on Google. And other easier, I would say, way, it's a little bit more expensive, is paying, like I said, a team like mine to do this for you. I think most of the time, most people charge around 50 bucks per blog, or if they have an SEO package, they just include a free blog a month, just help you rank for it. And this, I would say, takes between 6 months, probably even 4 months to about 12-month mark to actually start seeing actual reasonable results. I mean, you might be getting a few calls here and there, but it's not really, I would say, effective up until the 4th month mark. Once they get correctly indexed with Google, they get actually put on an actual, front page of Google and actually, being seen by people, so they can take action. It takes a while because Google does operate at 45-day basis. So if you put something on right now, it's not really going to index properly and actually go on Google until 45 days from then. So of course you gotta have to wait at least a month and a half to even just see if your stuff works. And that's why I like to tell people why SEO takes a while for you to rank out, because there is a lot longer of a delivery factor. It takes a lot longer for you to see the results due to the fact that just Google takes forever to index your stuff. All right, so number 3 and the last one is probably the most expensive one, but it is the absolute best bang for your buck. And I swear most business owners don't get this. They just assume that this is just something like a vanity thing that just people need to see, and it really doesn't matter anything past that. And that's actually your website. Redesigning your website or optimizing your website. I mean, you can have a great looking website that's great, but yet if your images aren't compressed and it takes forever to load your site because you have these nice 4K quality images, videos, you have all those animations going everywhere, and next thing you know, it takes 10 seconds to load your website, Google's gonna take that into factor and say, you know what, this looks like a crappily built website, and I'm just not gonna put this on the first page. And Google's very specific, if anything is less than perfect, they're not gonna put you on the first page. So making sure that obviously you have a well-optimized page, having the correct, header tags, so Google can actually scrape your information on your site, making sure they understand, what each page means, making sure you're targeting correct keywords for each individual page, setting anchors on your page, making sure you obviously have frequent visitors going on your page and enjoying their time. Like I said, staying on your website, making sure that they're actually enjoying the content and actually taking something out of it, to use for their business. Like I said, there's also a lot of other things that go into building a correctly and well-built website. I mean, anybody can put out a website that looks great. But other than that, I mean, it's useless if you don't obviously index that on Google and actually get found on Google with it. Because what's the point of having, a house or a storefront if you're located in the middle of a desert? I mean, you can build a nice home in the middle of the Mojave Desert, but yet nobody's ever going to see it, nobody's ever going to go to it, just because you're in a crappy location and you're not well optimized for people to come into your store or come into your website. So that's why I think a lot of these businesses, when they get asked, oh, it's going to cost me $1,500 to design a website, and they're like, oh, I can get it done in India for $400 or $500. And then they quickly realize that, hey, oh, awesome, we got a great website, but at the same time, I'm still not getting any more calls. I'm still not getting any more, emails, no leads, nothing. And why is that? Well, it's very simple, because they're more focused on aesthetic and the ego, filling their ego, making sure that the image represents their business. And other than that, that's all they want the website for. They don't need it to be indexed on Google, being found on Google. They don't want people calling them from it. They just want something to tell people, saying, hey, yeah, I do have a website. Here you go. Alright guys, so that's 3 ways on how to get found on Google. Again guys, if you guys did like today's video, make sure you guys click that subscribe button down below. Wrong emote, but also leave a like if you guys enjoyed this, and leave a comment if you found this valuable. Again, this is mainly tailored towards new business owners, because I do get a lot of them. So if you guys are like an experienced marketer and you're like, oh, I already knew this, calm down, just click subscribe, stay subscribed, because I do post these more advanced sections, these more advanced videos. I primarily post them on my Facebook, but guys, if you guys only like YouTube, you guys don't use Facebook at all, don't worry about it. I'm still posting more advanced content on here as well for the more intermediate and advanced marketers, business owners who are a little bit more advanced in marketing. They like to enjoy those videos, but these videos right here really do help the majority of people who view my videos, so that's why I like to post these. So yeah guys, it's me, Joseph, and I see you guys next video. Peace.
I just wanna get that money. I just wanna get that money, flip that money. I just wanna stack them hundreds. I just wanna spaz out, cash out.